JSR setting up stream, and Random should be live shortly. We're having
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda 80% No Up and A 2018 tournament. We are here in the bonus bracket quarterfinals with an exciting showdown between Cantaloupeme and RandomEffekt. The winner will move on into the bonus bracket semifinals against either K-Mac or Bresticle, while the loser, unfortunately, will be eliminated from the tournament and will finish in a tie for 5th place. Good evening, everybody. This is LOZ Cards Fan 23, along with my partner, Justin Mann. Wow, quite an exciting showdown here. We've got the number 3 racer in the world, Cantaloupeme, versus RandomEffekt, who is also in the sub-30 club. It should be an exciting one.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I don't really need to make any introductions for these guys, I don't think, so see how this goes. This is one of the last few races of the tournament here.
Indeed, we started this tournament with 60 racers. We are down to our final 6, and this is a best-of-3 showdown, and it looks like we are underway.
So who gets the wood sword first?
Yep, the key is who's going to be the first in order to get into level 3. So screen scrolling early on is going to be key to determine who is going to be first going into level 3, both of them. But it looks like so far so good for RandomEffekt, and it is going to be RandomEffekt with the whole shot. He'll be into level 3 first.
Yeah, Fappy had a little bit of trouble there with both of the scrolls, but he should be able to make up for that, no problem. Level 3, as you know, pretty RNG heavy. Both these guys are going to be hoping to just get out of here alive and with some bombs.
So this is what I'm thinking right now. RandomEffekt has a personal best of 29.51. I think any 29s that Cantaloupe gets in this tournament, this race against RandomEffekt, they're going to be winning times. What I think RandomEffekt's going to be looking for, if he can get some times that are in the low to mid 30s, he will definitely be in the running, and he can keep himself definitely in striking distance, if not pull out a victory against Cantaloupeme. So that's what I feel are the keys in this matchup. Deaths. Yeah. Anybody taking a death here, it's going to be very crucial in their chances of winning their race.
Yeah, they're going to have to balance you know, how fast they try to go with making sure they don't die, as you said. Because really, I mean, you know, a death to manhandle here almost pretty much puts you out of the race really early, unless your opponent does something similar. So.
Right, and early on, you've got level 3 and level 4. You have very low health, and you only have the green tunic. You're losing a lot of health every time you get hit by enemies in those stages. So, plus you only have the wood sword, and usually when you're playing this game casually, in level 4 and in level 3 for that matter, you want to have the white sword. So, definitely underpowered, and that's why taking deaths are very crucial. You don't want to see either of them take those deaths.
And you can see Cantaloupe pulled ahead, getting that early Dark Knight bomb drop, and he's pretty much maintained that 1 or 2 room lead here. And he does have slightly better counts as well than Random, 6 rupees.
See if Cantaloupe can get the bullseye. Yeah. No, he cannot. And he gets bopped by Manhandle, which means he's not going to get bombs. Down to his last 2, gets him on the second to last bomb, but no extra bombs. Meanwhile, RandomEffekt does get the extra bombs from Manhandle. He had a little bit of a struggle too, so it's going to be Cantaloupe with the lead, but he's got a little bit of a situation here. He only has 1 bomb. You have to have at least 2 bombs in order to optimally complete level 4. He took that intentional hit from the Armo statue on purpose. I think he's going to try and build up a 10 count here to try to force some bombs in level 4.
Yeah, he doesn't want to risk using that last bomb on the Vires here, and because he didn't know what his count was at. So good move by him. Unfortunately, have to take damage to do that, and you don't really want to lose any health for level 4.
But not at all, because in level 4, the only enemies in level 4 that are in the bomb dropping group are those Vires. Unfortunately, with your wood sword, if you attack a Vire, they split into 2 red keys, and those red keys are not in any drop group. So the only way you can get bombs is to either get a lucky bomb from bombing a Vire or building up a 10 count, which is the more smarter and effective way to do so. You can get a bomb drop even from these Zols here, which Cantaloupe just got right there, and also RandomEffekt right behind him, also forcing that 10 count on the Zols.
Yeah, and Random actually got a random 5 rupee there too, so he gets a little bit more help there in his money count.
Yeah, Zols are in the cash dropping group, so they tend to drop lots of rupees and 5 rupees. Both of these runners have 7 rupees, so doesn't look really good at the moment in terms of their chances of getting out of here with the 30 rupees after level 1 to go for the 30-30 route. There's the chance that it could be a double hundo route in both runners' futures. But as I said that, RandomEffekt did get a 5 rupee from that Zol, so now he's sitting on 12 rupees.
Both runners had a little bit of trouble there in the breakfast room, but as you said, Random came out a little bit nicer with the 5 rupee. Pretty much synced here on the ladder grab.
Oh, they are in sync right here. It is going to be RandomEffekt and Cantaloupeme picking up the ladder at 421. We have a dead heat, folks.
And they have the same amount of bombs. 3 is the minimum coming out of that room. 4 is kind of ideal, just in case you don't completely get your count built up to 10 for the Vire room coming up before Gliok here.
It looks like RandomEffekt is going to eke a little bit ahead of Cantaloupeme because his screen scrolling, the ladder scrolling, crossing that T room was a little bit cleaner than Cantaloupe, so he's going to have about a half a second lead at the moment. Let's see if either of these runners can top out their bomb count at 8. That was a nice bomb right there by RandomEffekt, but an even nicer one for Cantaloupeme. He gets the double bomb, so he's got the maximum, while RandomEffekt just has 5.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, though, both of them are actually pretty much in the same situation, because Cantaloupe has his bombs all set, but he's got to force some rupees in level 1, while Random might want to get some bombs in level 1 before he gets rupees. So we'll see.
Very good fight there by Cantaloupe. He will take the lead on RandomEffekt, plus his refill is going to be even less than RandomEffekt. So he's going to be looking at about, it's a 543 from the cut versus a 547. He's got a 4-second lead right now on RandomEffekt this FAP.
Yeah, it's a real close race, and I mean we're past that early part of the run now, so should be cruising for a little while here.
Absolutely. Level 1 is going to be a little bit of a breather for both of these runners. Nothing too difficult to handle. You've got the Gorillas again. You've got
Cantaloupe grabbing a 5 rupee there, so they're both about even now.
Yeah, it's 22 rupees for Cantaloupe and 24 for RE, as Cantaloupe will be the first to enter level 1. Going to do this little pirouette trick, as does RandomEffekt. You go into level 1, you back out of level 1, you go back into level 1, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey, and that that locked door to the north to start this dungeon disappears.
And I'm having a little trouble. He must have miscounted there. I think he was trying to force a bomb. He's probably at 9 right now.
That's probably what he was going for, because he was probably trying to force a bomb from Astalphos, which are in the money-dropping group. Now, let's see how Fap does against these gorillas. No bombs there. He does get 1 rupee to take him up to 23. But RandomEffekt does get a bomb from the orange gorillas, so both runners are sitting on 6 bombs, as Cantaloupe will be the first one to pick up the bow here in level 1.
Yeah, Random's got that 2 rupee advantage, which actually could come into play. He just needs 1 5-er between now and going to get the candle. Fap's going to actually need that and a couple of single rupees, so...
That's correct, because to get a 5 rupee, if you kill 10 enemies in a row and you stab the 10th enemy rather than bomb the 10th enemy, and that 10th enemy is in any drop group, you're going to get that 5 rupee.
Still within about a room of each other here? Room and a half, maybe? Up there, Cantaloupe. Chance killing the Wallmaster, and
nice.
Yeah, he gets the 5-er there, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had built his count up to 10 or if he got a lucky 5, because the Wallmasters are also in the rupee dropping group, but in any event, he's now in much better shape with his rupee count. If he can force another 5 rupee, he'll be set.
And I'm not sure. He might have had it at up to 10. I know he was killing some of the gels on the way, but I wasn't counting along, so...
It's an 8-13 on the transition blip versus an 8-19, about a 6.5 second lead right now for Cantaloupe, and he's got the money advantage, but he just got bought from those Octrogs, so he's going to have to build his count to 10 again, or hope that he gets some rupees
he got
from
a
these
single.
Red Reavers, which he gets 1, but he's still 1 rupee short. Let's see what happens on RandomEffekt's side. He does get his 5 indeed. Very nice.
Alright, so Cantaloupe he still has time here to get 1 rupee. We hope we don't all see what we've seen on his stream before.
Oh, we've seen it happen all the time. We've seen it happen all the time.
Yeah, we just need one of these Tektites to drop a rupee. He actually might still be on course here to get a forced 5. I'm not sure.
Alright, and he tried to get the Octrok there, but he flat out missed that shot, as RandomEffekt picked up his heart container here on Monocle Rock here. And Cantaloupe still does not have his 60 rupees. I think he's still good to go on his 10 count right now. This is getting a little bit dicey here. This is the last room, as RandomEffekt picks up his 30 rupee right there. Cantaloupe needs to get a rupee. He does.
That was his force. That was
the force 5.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta fast forward a little bit. I'm a little bit behind you there, buddy. So
apologies.
No problem.
Yeah, if he didn't get it on that screen, he could have gone right a screen. There's more Tektites, but of course that's going to mess with your spawns in 5, which he ideally didn't want to have to do.
Yeah, so a disaster averted there on Cantaloupe, as now he enters level 5 with RandomEffekt going to be right behind him.
Yep, and see how they both fare in the recorder room here. This could prove to maybe separate them a little bit more or bring them tighter together. We'll see how each runner handles it.
Nice, he steals the bombs away in Fort Gibdo, does Cantaloupe. He'll be the first one to block clip through that diamond staircase, and he'll be the first one to take his shot at the Room of Requirement. What did we call it, the Room of Requirement? We've got the 6 blue dark nuts, each with 8 hit points. Every time you get bought by them, you're going to lose 2 hearts, and it's required to take care of all 6 of these blue dark nuts, and so far so good for Cantaloupe. He's landing his shots pretty nicely.
Really nice bombs.
Got
here.
the 10 count as well, so
wow.
That was an immaculate Room of Requirement for Cantaloupe me, and he nods in approval. That was a lightning fast room for him. Well played.
Random doing well too here. Oh wow, and Random same thing. He actually saved a little bit more bombs.
Yep, he also had a really good room of requirements. So both of these runners landing their bombs sweetly. They forced their set of bombs from the blue dart nuts, which are in the health dropping group. And both of these runners getting a respectable time out of there. In fact, RandomEffekt, Cantaloupe taking some damage
Yeah,
there
that
to
was
those blue dart
scary
nuts.
there for a second.
What I was going to mention there is between his split and his recorder, his room of requirement, he saved 15 and a half seconds from his PB. That's how good it was for RandomEffekt.
Yeah, I think Fat picked up a little bit of time on random from the recorder room, but not much, maybe 5 seconds or so as he gets a Dodongo bomb there. Nicely done.
Yep, that's how you play it right there. And no bomb is extra for RandomEffekt. He's sitting on 4 bombs right now. Cantaloupe's got 5 bombs. Rupee count, no rupees right now for RandomEffekt. It's 5 rupees for Cantaloupe. The rupees are probably not going to make too much of a difference. They will need 140 rupees in order to go on a shopping spree where they'll need to buy some wooden arrows and some bait that they'll need later on.
Yeah, they won't have to worry about that too much yet, but do want to get some random so they'll have some arrows to use later on in level 7 if possible.
Yeah, that's correct. It doesn't hurt to have extra rupees here because it does act as arrow fodder, and as you mentioned, level 7 is where it's definitely going to come into play. Cantaloupe doing the 1 bomb 4 stab method on Dig Dogger. It's a successful fight for him. He'll be out of level 5. His split is 12-35. And RandomEffekt doing the same technique, but Dig Dogger getting away from him does manage to take him down before more damage was done. It's a 12-45 for RandomEffekt, so he's sitting on a 10-second deficit, though. Still a pretty close race between these two.
Real close race. I mean, now we're kind of into the meat of the run here, and obviously a lot of overworld about to happen, and then we get the great RNG of level 2 to see what these guys have to deal with.
Indeed, and what you're wanting to have coming out of level 2 is to have these 7 bombs. We have the mnemonic device, 7 and 7. You want to have at least 7 bombs going into level 7 to have the optimal completion of that big dungeon.
Cantaloupe gonna go do the world wrap now. Go from west side of the map to the east side of the map in one quick screen scroll.
Indeed, that's where he'll pick up this heart container right here, but he's having a little bit of trouble doing this screen scroll here, trying to ladder clip here. This could give a RandomEffekt to gain a few seconds on him.
Yeah, he definitely gained a little time. Let's see if he can get it. Oh, he's having the same problems himself, it looks like. There we go.
And the Zora is definitely not helping his cause either, so any time that Cantaloupe lost on RandomEffekt